Not all ruin begins with war. Some ignite with a single glance. Helen did not just burn Troy. She consumed Paris first.
I am Mark Antony, a Roman general with the strength of a lion and the ambition of an emperor. I have everything. My eloquence and striking presence make me the most admired man in Rome. As the closest friend of the recently slain Julius Caesar, I command legions willing to die at my word. But I have inherited more than my father's strength. I have also inherited his greatest weakness, an insatiable love for wine, women, and excess.
I am Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, sharper than any man in Rome, cunning as a serpent, and so mesmerizing that even the gods dare not look away. I learned to survive before I learned to dream. Betrayal was a language I learned as a child. When my brother Ptolemy stole my throne, I did not plead, I played. Wrapped in a rug, I was delivered to Julius Caesar, and in him I found my soulmate. With his favor, I reclaimed my kingdom. In a world ruled by men, I do not ask for power. I command it, effortlessly, dangerously, and always to win.
Antony summons Cleopatra to Tarsus, demanding answers for her rumored ties to Rome's enemies. But Cleopatra? She does not obey like a mere mortal. She arrives as only she can. And when Antony sees her, something in him breaks. For in the ruins of his ambitions, something far more treacherous begins to rise. Desire. Yet he still believes he is a man in control.
You dare make a Roman general wait, my queen?
And you think a queen like me obeys the orders of a soldier?
They say you are a cunning woman, a fox who thrives on intrigue.
And you, Antony, are you not the lion whose claws have been dulled by too many wars and too many women?
I have the blood of Hercules in my veins.
Then tell me, Antony, will you be Hercules before Megaera's love became his ruin?
That night in Tarsus, Rome shrinks in Antony's mind. And Cleopatra? She laughs, not at his weakness, but at the certainty in her bones. He is already hers, and he will never escape it, or hers.
Have the gods abandoned you, Antony, or have you abandoned them?
What need have I for gods when a queen offers me her heaven?
You could rule Rome, my love. Instead, you waste your days playing at my side.
What if days are nothing but the shadows of our endless nights? What if Rome no longer calls to me? What if Rome is nothing more than an echo, a hollow crown, a throne without meaning?
And what if I am the one to crown you, Antony? What if Rome is no longer a city, but something I hold in the palm of my hand?
Antony surrenders to Egypt as he surrenders to the intoxication of wine. He becomes a prisoner of Cleopatra's beauty, her mind, her power, her world. He forgets Rome, he forgets duty, he forgets himself. But Cleopatra too burns in the fire she set. What began as a game, a tactic, becomes something far more consuming, passion. They host endless feasts in her palace in Alexandria, goblets overflowing with wine, tables groaning under the weight of the finest delicacies. They sleep by day and rule the night as if they are immortal. But Rome never sleeps. Rome always watches. The Senate whispers, Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and Antony's greatest rival, watches with sharp eyes because he sees what the world soon will. That Antony, once Rome's greatest hero, is throwing away his destiny for a woman.
Love and poison are sometimes poured from the same lips, and Antony no longer knows if he is alive or already dying.
Antony must return. For politics, for war, for the future he once desired. But Cleopatra knows, once Rome tastes him again, it may never let him go.
Why return to steel and cold, Antony, when I keep a golden throne warm for you?
But even I cannot ignore Rome's call forever.
You leave as a Roman, but will you return as my Antony?
I leave as a man with no choice. I do not know who I will be when I return.
As Cleopatra watches him go, she smiles. Because she knows her handsome general will return, not out of duty, but because some addictions can never be cured.
In Rome, a political nightmare awaits. To secure my power, I must marry Octavia, the noble, gentle sister of Octavian. A marriage of reason, not love. But it gives me what I need. Stability, time. The illusion of loyalty to Rome.
No man escapes his fate, and no love escapes its shadow. What if you have everything? Love, wine, a queen. Yet, in the stillness of the night, when even desire sleeps, you hear Rome whisper your name, and it sounds like a curse.
Oh, Antony, your breath reaches me. It carries the weight of a man who is lost. My strong Roman, tell me, what war rages in your mind?
My mind and my heart are at war, and I no longer know which side I fight for.
Rome is pulling at you, isn't it?
Octavian, the Senate. They spoke my name like a curse, called me a traitor, a man drowned in his own desire. And now I return to swear loyalty to the sister of my greatest enemy.
Octavia is not a wife. She is an iron chain around your throat.
And you, Cleopatra, what are you?
I am the storm, Antony. And you are the man who dared to dance in the eye of it.
Love is freedom that destroys itself, or a cage gilded in gold. Antony no longer knows what he is. A Roman, an Egyptian, a lover, a king, or merely a shadow of the man he could have been. Cleopatra hears of Antony's marriage. She does not shatter glass. She does not weep. She waits, because love is not a game for the weak. And Cleopatra, she never plays to lose. And she is right. Rome holds Antony, but not tightly enough. When Antony learns of Octavian's growing power, he knows he must choose again. And this time, he follows his heart into the fire.
Octavia was meant to save me, but salvation is for those who wish to be saved. And I do not seek escape. I seek fire.
As Antony sails from Rome, he steals one last glance, unaware it will be his last. Behind him, Octavia stands, steady as the shore, a safe harbor, untouched by tempests. Her tears rise like gentle waves, calling him back to calm. But ahead, Cleopatra waits. a wild, untamed storm. Yes, Antony was never meant for quiet waters.
Why did you touch another woman?
I touched Rome, and it felt like an iron chain around my throat.
And in your bed, did she feel like iron too?
Do you truly want to know, my queen? How many nights I lay awake, her hands upon me, yet all they did was remind me of the absence of the only woman I crave.
Then you know the truth. You are mine, Antony, and nothing, no crown, no marriage, no Rome, can destroy us but ourselves.
That night, they kissed like fire and ash, their lips binding them in ways iron chains never could. And Rome, that night, Rome becomes nothing more than a shadow in the mind of the man who could have been emperor.
Oh, my strong Antony, I am so happy, and yet so afraid. Even the strongest men have broken before, and Rome will not rest until you return or fall.
The golden bars of our love, no one can break them, Cleopatra, and certainly not that boy, Octavian. I will write to Rome. I will end this marriage. I will divorce Octavia.
Octavia was a memory Antony wished to forget, but the shame he placed upon her and upon Rome was the final insult Octavian would endure. So he sets a trap, a war, a chance to erase Antony from history forever.
The world is no longer ours, Cleopatra. We are a kingdom of our own, built on desire and burning with a fire no one can extinguish.
But Rome is not a lover easily forgotten, and Octavian is not a man who forgives.
The battle will be fought at Actium at sea. Antony and Cleopatra command mighty warships, but Octavian wields something greater, a strategist named Agrippa, a man who does not lose.
Antony, this battle cannot be won. Sometimes survival is the bravest war to fight.
Cleopatra stands at the helm of her own fleet. She dreamed of making Egypt Antony's Rome. But as the tide turns and fate wavers, she makes her choice. She withdraws. She flees back to Alexandria with her ships.
My lord, we must retreat.
Oh, she's leaving me.
You left everything, even yourself, for her.
Antony watches her sail away. His love, his world, and he follows her. His army, his fleet, his honor, he abandons them all. His Roman soldiers call him a traitor. But to Antony, Rome is already dust, because there is only her.
A hero dies with a sword in his hand. A fool dies with regret in his heart. I, Antony, am neither.
The sea raged with their war that day. The sky bore witness to their fall. And history? History is being written now. Alexandria falls. Rome is closing in. Octavian will take them as trophies for his triumph.
You betrayed me.
I saved you
By leaving me.
by giving you one last chance to live.
Looking back, love and destruction were always the same for them. They loved as storms love the sea. Their light was a candle, but also a fire, vast, warm, all-consuming, merciless, and always ending in silence.
Cleopatra, my son, my fire, my ruin.
Then, a whisper, a lie. A soldier's voice carries the words that will shatter him.
My lord, Cleopatra, there are whispers that she is dead.
A comet crashes into his world. He is burning. What is left for him now?
Dead.
She chose it. She chose death over surrender.
Brother, silence the pain in my chest. Why should I breathe if she no longer does?
No, you are Antony, the great general who once had Rome at his feet, and my friend.
Then I will end it myself. My love, my queen. I come to you now.
But death does not come swiftly. Antony's men catch him as his blood spills, holding him upright as life drains from his body. And then the truth reaches him.
My lord, Cleopatra lives.
His body is failing, but his heart still beats for her. His men carry him through the palace, marble floors stained with his final moments.
Take me to her.
She sees him, her Antony, the man who gave up everything for her. She weeps. She calls his name. She holds him as he dies. His final breath slices through her soul like the blade that pierced his chest.
Antony, no, not like this.
I thought you were gone.
And so you chose to follow me.
When have I ever done otherwise? Rome may take my body, but my heart will always be yours.
They say true love knows no farewell. But Antony feels the cruelest of all, leaving her and stepping into a void even the gods cannot fill. Octavian rides toward Alexandria. He wants Cleopatra alive, to drag her to Rome, to parade her through the streets as his greatest conquest. But Cleopatra is no man's trophy. She retreats to her chamber. She adorns herself as a queen should, and she orders a serpent hidden in a rug to be brought to her.
You will take me before Rome ever can.
When Octavian finds her, she lies there, still, regal, at peace, her body still warm, a soft smile upon her lips. She has defeated Rome, not with armies, not with swords, but with her own death. Rome triumphed. Octavian became Augustus, the ruler of an empire. But Antony and Cleopatra, they became something greater. Not victors, not slaves, not fallen by an enemy's sword. No, their fate was never to end in glory. Two souls who loved too fiercely to ever escape each other. They died as they lived, devouring one another in a love too powerful to survive. And the world watched and only understood too late that some loves cannot be destroyed, not by war, not by empires, and not even by death itself.